So Tyron Woodley seems to be the latest guy to have a problem with Joe Rogan. You know, I was reading his comments and I was remembering the fight. I definitely remembered some things Rogan said. And Tyron Woodley said, go back and watch the fight. So Tyron, that's what I did. I went back and watched the fight. And first of all, you ignored a lot of the positive compliments that you were given. For example, right off the bat, you land that big right hand. Joe Rogan. Tyron Woodley's ability to close the distance is shocking to fighters, like he did with that right hand. Ooh, he did it again right there with that another right hand. Now, that was 37 seconds into the fight. He had already given you two great compliments. You just totally decided to ignore those, I guess. So then as we move on a little bit, Rogan again repeats the thing about you closing the distance. Quote, Tyron Woodley moves like other guys can't. That was a quote from Joe Rogan. That was a positive comment. That wasn't negative. Now, 2.5 minutes in, the first time Rogan does mention Woodley's physique and his muscles. Quote, those muscles come at a price. Then, let's see, 1:45, Condit starts to land some good shots. Rogan says Woodley's slowing down, which was true, he was. Then at 1:30, nice takedown by Woodley. That's a quote from Joe Rogan. But then he also said Condit dangerous off his back. So he compliments them both there. Woodley was only hearing the negative. He said whenever he did something, they would turn it into a positive for Condit. Which he did say something positive about Condit there, but he also said nice takedown. Now here's where the real problem came. With about a minute to go in the first round, Joe Rogan mentioned the Jake Shields loss. Tyron Woodley lost to Jake Shields, and he didn't want to hear about that shit. Rogan mentioned it, how he started to tire, and Shields wore him down, and he won that fight. Now, Woodley also said he dominated every aspect of that fight from the get-go. Now, the first minute of the first round, first 50 seconds, we'll say, you were not dominating that first round. Second round, Carlos Condit was winning the second round, the first 50 seconds. That's when you shot and got your takedown and the injury occurred. And then from that point on, actually, Rogan had other nice things to say about you. He was saying, no, this wasn't a bullshit injury. You know, that injury occurred because of Woodley's takedown. When Goldberg said, oh, you hate to see a fight end this way. Not if you're Tyron Woodley, says Joe Rogan. So I don't know, it just seemed to me like the positive comments actually outweighed the few negative comments that he made about his physique. Same things he was saying in the Hector Lombard fight. And, you know, only time will tell. At some point, Tyron Woodley's going to be in another drag-out fight, like the Jake Shields fight that he lost. You know, maybe Tyron just didn't like to hear about that. That's my feeling, because he only heard the negative shit. He didn't hear anything positive. That fight went on for about 6 minutes, and there was maybe 3 or 4 negative comments about his physique. Never said he didn't train hard, nothing like that. Nobody was criticizing him. I don't know. I think Tyron Woodley had a bug up his ass about when Rogan mentioned that he lost to Jake Shields, which he did lose to Jake Shields, period. Hector Lombard didn't.